Hello, students. In the first part, we had studied about the introduction of adjectives. We had seen the basic what is an adjective. Okay, so in this video, we'll be learning about the kinds of adjectives. Okay, students. So let us start. As you can see on the slide, so adjective of quality, these are the this comes under the section kinds of adjectives. Adjective of quality, adjective of quantity, adjective of number, demonstrative adjective, interrogative adjective, emphasizing adjective, and exclamatory adjectives. Okay, students, so the name is little scary, but you shouldn't be scared of this. It's very easy. You just need to concentrate on what I am saying. Okay, students, I want you to concentrate on the screens. Okay, so first we'll come on adjective of quality, or it is also called as descriptive adjectives because it gives a description of a particular type of a noun. Okay, students, so if for example it shows a kind or quality, for example, he is an honest man. So over here, the man is described, or the man has the quality of being honest. So obviously honest here becomes the adjective of quality. This is grammar of English language. Okay, students, so adjective formed from proper noun, example Turkish, tobacco, French, wines, Indian tea, are sometimes called proper adjective. For example, Turkish tobacco. So this is actually a proper noun. If I call a name, it describes a person from Turkey. Turkish tobacco is a type of tobacco. So actually I'm giving Turkish, French, or Indian name. It's a proper noun. So these can also be a part of adjective of quality. Okay, students, these are also known as proper adjectives. Okay, students, now we come adjective of quantity. Don't be confused. What does quantity mean? Quantity always means something related to number. So if you do not understand in a whole, so if you just look at the name of the type of adjective, it will become very easy for you to understand. For example, adjective of quantity. When I say quantity, it means something related to measuring, something related to number or something. Okay, is whether something is less, whether something is more, whether something is much. Okay, so it shows how much thing is meant. Okay, for example, he showed much patience. So over here, much means quantity. Okay, are you understanding? So over here the adjective of quantity is much. You have no sense. No is also a quantity. Okay, if something is nothing, that is also a quantity. If I say you have no sense, I mean, this is rude to say, but in the slide it's given. Okay, so we'll take it as an example. So no is also a quantity in itself. So if you see the word no, don't say no, it doesn't have any quantity, but because zero has a value, right? So similarly no also has a value. So he has lost all his wealth. Over here the quantity is all. So all, how much wealth did he lose? All. So all can also be a adjective of quantity. Okay, students, so very simple tip. If you want to identify quantity of adjective, you can ask the question how much to the sentence. If I ask the question how much to the second sentence, you have no sense. You have how much sense if I ask? The answer comes as no. So no becomes adjective of quantity. Okay, so he has lost all his wealth. How much wealth did he lose? So how much? All. Okay, so all becomes the adjective. So very simple tip here is to ask the question how much. If you cannot remember it as a whole, if you remember it as a whole, very good. Okay, sorry, adjective of number, very simple. You can see the name, adjective of number means it has something related to number. Okay, very simple. So numerical adjectives show how many person or things are meant. How many? So if I say how many 30 children were there in the class. So over here the adjective of number will be 30, obviously. Okay, students. So examples are given over here, very very easy. The hand has 5 fingers. How many fingers does it have? 5. So over here the number is 5. Most boys like cricket. So here number is not given, but a kind of quantity, or how many people love cricket, or how many boys love cricket. So if I say most also comes under number. Okay, so numeral adjectives, or number of adjective of number, sorry, are of three kinds. So it's define numeral adjective, denote exact number. Okay, define means I'm defining. Yes, there were 5 children, or there were 10 chocolates. So here I have a definite number, I have it on count. Okay, so that is called as definite numeral adjective. Indefinite numeral adjective means number is not denoted. For example, yeah, if I say, if you ask me how many students were there in the class, if I say, yeah, most of them were present today. So here I don't have a specific number, but I'm using the word like most, none, all, or any. Okay, distributive numeral or adjective. Distribution means to distribute. Okay, each means I'm actually, there is a whole, in whole means whole thing, like that, and in that whole I have to distribute. For example, each, every. So this is referred to as distributive, because from a whole or most of the things I am parting and distributing it into each and every. So that becomes a distributive numeral adjective. Okay, students. Now we come to as demonstrative adjective. So demonstrative adjective means I'm demonstrating. How do we demonstrate? Like if I show something, if you point out something, that means you are demonstrating something, right? These mangoes are sour. These, so I'm pointing out like these ones, not that, but these ones. So if you point out something, any word that refers to pointing out, that is called as demonstrative adjective. I hate such things. Such. So you're pointing out like, yeah, such, not those, but such things I hate. I don't be in such a hurry. So the example is repeated. Okay, which. So here very simple tip is to ask the question which to the sentence if you want to identify demonstrative adjectives. Okay, interrogative adjective, very 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 easy. What is the meaning of interrogation? Interrogation means to interrogate or to ask questions. Okay, the word interrogation or interrogative only means to ask questions. Okay, so any word that is a WH, okay, WH word like what, which, whose, when, all these are interrogative adjective. For example, whose book is this? So over here the interrogative adjective is whose. Okay. Okay, now emphasizing. Emphasis means what? The word emphasis means to put pressure on. For example, the teacher emphasized more on vocabulary. If I have this sentence, it means that the teacher concentrated or put pressure more on vocabulary to teach her students. So this is what emphasizing or emphasis means. Okay, students. So emphasizing adjective, like I saw it with my own eyes. So it's like my own eyes, you are emphasizing like, yes, I saw it with my own eyes. It means it's emphasizing the whole situation over here. Okay, mind your own business. Over here own is emphasizing, like you mind your own business, don't poke your nose into others things. Okay, like that is very thing what sorry that is the very thing we want. Okay, so very, you are emphasizing, no, I want this is that very thing that I want. It means that you are emphasizing. Okay, students. Sorry. Yeah, exclamatory adjective, very very simple, like anything that expresses a strong emotion, or anything that expresses something, an emotion basically, that is called as exclamatory adjective. For like, yes, sudden, surprise, anger, or happiness, or a shock, or what we say, sadness, all these are expressing strong emotions. That is called as exclamatory adjectives. For example, what an idea, so it's like a strong emotion, like of happiness. So what a blessing, okay, like this is also an expression of happiness. And what genius, this is also expression of might be shock and happiness both. Okay students, we'll stop here only students today. Later in the next part we'll be doing other things. So one should not use too many adjectives. Yes, to beautify your sentence you should or you must use adjectives, but too many adjectives is very dramatic, doesn't look very good. For example, the fierce ugly old brown tiger. So here for the tiger noun they have used fierce, ugly, old and brown. They've used like four adjectives, so that doesn't make really a good impression, like it's too dramatic. So don't use like that. So I'll stop over here. In the next video we'll continue with the order of adjectives, degree of comparison and position of adjectives. Okay students, thank you so much students.